Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Auntie the Grand Tit Nally Chan.
And I'm Dixie Lynn Essence Hall. And we have two other ladies.
I'm Deborah Messing.
I'm not sure that's right.
Did I do it right? Did I do it right? I'm Deborah Messing of Will and Grace fame.
Perfect.
I'm deflated Ross Matthews doll.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
That's so distressing. I'm sorry. Please continue.
And I'm intern.
And we also...
We'll leave.
And I'm intern
Okay,
Alexis.
thank you, Alexis. No, we're good.
This
That's
is
the
going
American
really
version of Char, just for those of you watching from home. Oh my gosh, we have the crossover of the century. We are crossing the pond, as it were. Novympia!
Yeah.
This is the collaboration absolutely fucking nobody asked for, but it's happening anyway, so...
If anything,
you know, whatever.
people said the opposite. They did not want it. Not only did they not ask for
Please,
it, they
please,
actively
God.
said no.
Well, we've played right into their little hands, haven't we? Their clammy hands. We've got some wine on the go.
I was going to say, it's the evening over in the UK. What time is it? It's nearly 9:30 in the evening. I've got a pre-made canned mojito, so there's some ice ASMR going around the mic there for you guys.
Pre-made canned mojito. Sounds appetizing. It is, it's
Britain!
It's
delicious.
nearly 3:30 here in the afternoon. So I am on my second beer because my father didn't love me.
Quarantine, woo!
Chan,
are you
are you
girls
inviting?
drinking?
You know what? I woke up 3 hours ago, so I haven't been drinking or eaten anything.
Oh no! Poor cow!
So I'm running on whatever bodily fluids I have from last night.
Chan is going to be so drunk with dehydration. It's going to be hilarious to see the things that come out of her dry lips.
It's gonna be weed.
Speaking of bodily fluids, are you drinking anything, Alexis?
Thank you for asking. You know, I've actually been sober all quarantine. I haven't even had coffee or soda. But last night, for the grand finale,
fun.
I drank this whole bottle of wine.
Yes, you did.
So,
Good for you.
I'm just drinking water today.
I
Oh, she
can't
has
relate.
A flask or something there. That's great. You're dressed like an owl, which is perfect for a review of Drag Race. It's so fitting.
Thank you. Well, I thought I was so inspired by Crystal's bird lip sync, which we're going to cover later. I thought I'd break out my old Hedwig look. I thought it'd be
actually
a hoot.
is fitting. I was taking the piss, but it actually is fitting, so I do apologise. There's another person that we would be remiss not to introduce
of course.
here today. Oh, Alexis is gone.
Has left the chat.
She's gone! She's
I
literally
guess
left the Zoom.
you did not compliment her in the way that she's used to be complimented, which is insults. So I think you were actually nice to her and she combusted.
I don't think I was nice to her, but if she thinks that, then that's one way or the other. Well, I don't know. Should we wait for her to come back or just carry on?
Honestly, who's to say if she'll ever come back? This just is what Alexis does. That's why she has an entire family in Oklahoma she's never seen, because she just walks away. She cuts me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she just leaves.
Yeah.
She can't be bothered.
She just leaves.
Yeah.
Just float away.
She'd probably pop back in. I would just keep an eye on the participants, but let's keep going. If we get to the
Just
meat of it and
carry
she's
on.
still not here, I'll send an ambulance.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. That's
Well,
smart.
we did have Alexis P. Bevels for a good 5 minutes, but she's fucked off. Well, listen, we've also got our trusty companion Head with us here today, and
she's really dressed up for the occasion.
I'll just show
she's
you.
doing a
She
little
looks
cosplay.
gorgeous. She looks absolutely beautiful.
Oh my
What do you guys?
God. That's so
I've been telling her to get bangs. She looks
Don't
so
you
good.
think?
That's
Doesn't she look beautiful?
I think she looks stunning.
she looks gorgeous.
It's,
so we're gonna leave her here.
I was so excited to
For the
meet her,
duration.
and now I have a enemy.
I'm
in
not.
The UK. So, other than the
So
Queen.
this is Head, and she's giving you her very best. The same
So
picture
rude.
of Dixie every day. I
They
love
say
that Twitter.
imitation's the biggest form of flattery. I think Head's just a big fan.
Oh, hang on, Alexis is coming back. She's gonna. Nobody mention Head, and we'll just see if she says anything. She won't notice.
She won't notice. Yeah, she's still drunk from last night. Alexis,
All right.
are you all right? In it,
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, she's so professional.
girl. You have to keep those Dell laptops plugged in. They do not last that long. There's a
That
desk.
laptop. I'm so sorry. Whoa, what is that? What did I miss?
She noticed. It's the same
Heads
picture of
come
Dixie
in
every
her
day.
best Dixie cosplay tonight.
But it's
so
like a
mean.
physical version of it. It's gorgeous.
Oh
What are
my
you talking
God.
about?
So-
It's an homage. We're gonna burn it later.
Before we get too deep into it, though, before we get into the finale, I do want to gush for a minute. I have been a Novympia fan since, 4 weeks ago. I have been
Last
deep
Tuesday.
into your... No, I think I've been a Patreon. I've been a patron with y'all for a while.
Well, listen, we don't do refunds, so...
Yeah, no refunds, bitch.
That's okay. We have a very weak dollar. I don't know how much money I would get back, to be honest. But
Oh yes.
I'm just
yeah.
so excited to be here. I was so excited to meet Head until she was a complete bitch. And I just...
You're
mean,
hurting
I-
her feelings.
I told her not to do it, but you can't tell the bird. She does what she likes, so I'm
No.
sorry about that. I can only apologise.
And I do want to thank you so much for not inviting
No.
Char to be on this this call. Charmaine
Well,
is,
I don't know if you guys have to. You guys don't have to pay a TV license, do you? But we have to pay a license to watch TV in the UK, and she can't afford it, so she can't watch Drag Race.
Well, I was going to say, not only that, her broadband is so appalling. She'd be about 3 pixels on screen right now.
There's no point. There's no point.
It's absolutely
Well, that's what
useless,
happens
useless.
when you live underground. You know, it's a
Yeah.
it's an issue.
Under a rock, like Patrick Star. Is that his name?
She looks like Patrick.
Yes.
She does. Look
Patrick
like
Stewart. Patrick Stewart. But he actually lives in space. It's Star Trek.
And
All right, Hedwig.
also,
I don't really know about Alexis. I'm not sure about her.
well, that's okay. Good. We're about to start this because Chan and I were wondering how this would play out because we've learned a lot from Alexis and her Jennifer Lopez Australian/New Zealand accent. So to see the two of you go head to head in your accents, Alexis, do you want
Did
to
you just say Jennifer Lopez?
So I learned a trick. I thought it was Australian, but our gorgeous listeners have told me that it's actually New Zealand. If you want to speak in a New Zealand accent, you say Jennifer Lopez in a certain way, and it's like this: Jennifer Lopez, and then you're just suddenly you're into it. Now I'm from New Zealand, and that's all you do.
Jennifer Lopez.
What was
It's
that?
Gin. It's gin like the drink. Gin.
Gin.
If pho.
Gin Effer.
And then low is like glow. It's like
Glow.
saying glow, but without the G.
Low.
Lopez.
It's like a half silent
Yes,
go
R
on,
in there,
go
too,
on.
Like lar.
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, that wasn't atrocious. But
Yeah, it was.
Honestly,
don't
beautiful,
don't
you've done
patronise
it.
me.
People say they can't, like, it's definitely New Zealand, it's not Australian, and we thought it was Australian for a while. They both sound alike to me. It's all dingoes and kangaroos, as far as I'm concerned.
New Zealand's
No.
got more of a. New Zealand's got more of a kind of a deeper kind of.
What on
the-
earth would you know about
The
it?
vowels are pronounced a bit kind of like.
You wouldn't have the first clue.
The easiest way I was told was if an Australian person says fish and chips, someone from New Zealand would say fush and chops. It's like lower.
Fush and chops.
Fush and chops.
I feel like you're making that up. So
No,
we all
I heard
sound
that.
Stupid. No one speaks like that.
Well, they wouldn't say fish and chips at all, would they? They'd be like fish and a side of fries.
Oh my god. Chan, that sounded just like you. I thought that was you.
That sounded like an American.
Right? Yes. Thank you so much. It's already like knives at dawn. We haven't even said a word about RuPaul Charles.
Oh no. Yeah, we can't wait to do her accent. We're just really excited to be here. I can't wait to discuss the end of this season.
This is so fun. I think this is the best way to do it, is with all of us girls. I think it's really, really great.
Or-
All of us
it's a
girls,
mistake.
we're gonna have. Well. It was a mistake when Alexis returned.
That's why they usually only give me a minute at the end.
Alexis, look.
Oh,
They're
Accent
treating you as they
changing
treat
there.
you.
You don't sound
Yeah.
unlike Rebel Wilson, so you're kind of getting it.
Rebel Wilson, new Snatch Game character.
Oh.
Season
I mean,
23.
sure.
Yeah,
at
she's
Dixie's
so
face.
funny. She's so funny. Rebel Wilson. So good at comedy.
I like her.
Yeah, we all liked her
so,
at one
well,
point.
You were very kind in your words there, Dixie. So thank you for allowing us to have this shared moment together, because we have watched you for so long as well. And may I just say, that your performance for our house party was so lovely. It was a fucking
We
mess.
loved
It was
that
the most deranged
so
thing
much.
I've ever seen. It was disgraceful. Thank you so much for that.
When you sent it through, I watched it, and Olympia hadn't watched it yet, and I was just sat with headphones in, and I was just like sniggering to myself and like crying with laughter. And she was like, "Whose is that?" I said, "Oh, it's Dixie and Alexis. It makes no sense." And Olympia was like, "Oh no, is it really bad?" I was like, "No, it's fantastic." But it's the stupidest thing.
I was like, "Oh no, is it shit?"
Because
She
I was just
"No."
like, "This makes no sense."
She said,
whatsoever.
"It's not shit."
Well, we don't.
Well, I want to say that was all Dixie's idea. She
Don't-
wrote the whole thing. She directed
Shut up!
it.
They just said it was shit. Don't blame me.
Don't
for that.
blame
No,
me.
they said it was not shit.
We go to. Well,
No, we
actually,
said it was
not
not shit.
not shit. Well, anytime we
It was the
to do
perfect kind of
performances-
crackhead energy we wanted.
Well, we usually Chan has the best digital performances. I think it's your youth, Chan. You've got this youthful energy. You get memes. You understand memes. You get
She was too busy for us,
The memes,
unfortunately.
too busy, but I'm glad she was.
She was
because
too busy, too
any
booked and
video she
blessed.
put next to ours would have made ours look even worse than it already did. But the whole reason I brought all this up, I wanted to do this in a public forum. I've enjoyed your videos, but I think now I've surpassed the need, and I'm going to cancel my Patreon at the end of this call. And I just wanted you to know that that's
You know, I appreciate the honesty. That's fine. I mean, I think now we're at the stage where we won't really notice one dropping out, so that's totally fine.
I
by us.
thought-
You do you.
I thought I recognised the name Dixie Lynn Cartwright because she's a patron of ours. I never noticed that name somewhere.
not anymore.
Oh my god, one of the first drag videos I've ever seen was someone impersonating furniture, and they had a lampshade on their head.
That
bitch.
wasn't us.
And I was like, this is fun. People are pretending to be furniture.
Who would do that? How embarrassing.
It was the blueprint. It really opened up the doors for so many furniture impersonators, I think.
No one has ever described that video as being opening up the doors for people.
Anything.
That
To
is-
anything.
That is so overreaching. It was a piece of shit. It's still a piece of shit to this day, but you're very, very kind. Alexis?
No, it absolutely did open up doors, and then you pretended to be a chair and you propped the door open to let everyone else through.
Can you mute her? Is there a way to mute?
No,
Yeah, I can. Well, I can, but we're going to have her audio to use anyway. I'll just delete that when she sends it over.
No, I loved, that was actually how I found you, was that video. And I thought the first time I saw it, the first thing I thought was like, that is a video made by two people who don't have central air conditioning.
Where is the lie?
People at
Yeah.
home are thinking, Olympia, what is that beautiful sort of lip gloss you've got on? It's sweat.
What is that liquid highlight?
I'm
So dewy.
highlighted for the gods. It's just pouring out of me. You
All
can't.
right,
don't look at
pheromone.
me.
I can't wait to watch you fall.
Don't look at me. You can smell something. I don't know if it's pheromones.
We chatted before we started recording, and believe me, that footage is better left unrecorded. But we just kind of, none of us really took copious notes on this finale. So we're just going to play a guessing game and piece together our memories. Now,
Yes.
I
That sounds
have
great.
notes from where the competition really starts rolling, like the lip syncing and everything. But
Don't be
everything,
boring.
Everything leading up to then, like the interviews and the looks, I don't have anything really. So I think we'll just have to like spitball and see what happens.
Well, I think Dixie was on a roll there, so let's let her carry on, Nova. Thank you so much. I do apologise on her behalf.
I mean, this
Dixie.
is what is known as
Shut up.
a collaboration.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
Well, I'm
Shut
actually-
your fucking pie hole.
I'm usually the Nova of IMHO. I'm usually the buzzkill that has all the notes and keeps
You
everything
look
moving.
like the Nova.
In her dreams. Are you kidding? Look at these massive pecs.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
What even
yeah,
are
Shan,
they,
I'm
though?
coming
What's
for your
actually going
titty
on
pic.
there?
Yeah, how are
Nothing.
you pushing them together? Like, I see cleavage.
It's like a
Those
couple
are
of satsumas.
I have little pec muscles. I have to lift boxes.
I do
Ooh.
not.
Yeah, but if
Um,
you've got pecs, you would have upper arm meat, so I call bullshit.
Oh, I had it removed because my clothes so clothes made in America are not made as well. So I didn't want to rip any seams.
Oh, I see.
So I lost some mass.
Not since Robbie Turner has there been such an elaborate lie.
oh,
Ma'am,
remember
is
that?
she
Uber.
okay to
Do
come
I
back?
remember that?
Is she
I think
okay
I
to come
tweeted
back?
something about it
It's
just
been
the other
2
day.
years.
I
She
wouldn't
can come back.
I wouldn't
She'd
mind.
never. No.
Yeah, All
I wouldn't
Stars. Bring her
mind.
for All Star 6.
All Star 6.
No,
That's
they-
Because
Robbie
as soon as she
Turner's
comes back, it's
season
going to be
lose.
all people talk about.
Well, no, because they'd have to send a car for her, wouldn't they? And that wouldn't work.
Oh. Yeah, so, in America, we're going to be canceled for that. But don't worry, we've already said some terrible things.
Oh no, we've said a lot worse than that.
So we basically we're going to piece together what we can remember from this finale, and we're going to go forward. I think the first
Let's
thing we
get
should
into
talk
it.
about, honestly, is we thought we were done with the face keenies from RuPaul, but she blessed us with yet another face keenie.
It looked like a pair of knickers that was like stretched over her face. I thought the polka dots.
Blessed is one way to put it. I don't know how I feel about this.
What?
About the face keenie.
I mean, let's call a spade a spade. She can't, she relies on Raven to do her face, so she's got to... But why did she not just kind of, come in a nice suit or something? Because I find her a bit distracting.
I like her when she comes into the workroom as a boy to say hello to the girls, and they're all out of drag, and she's wearing these stunning suits, sometimes a hat, a nice something around the neck, and a nice pair of glasses. I think Rue, in that kind of boy mode, is always immaculate, attractive, well put together. Why could we not have had that for the finale?
Oh, okay. So there seems to be a little bit of an issue, a language barrier here. So what you call attractive, we in America see as a mess. So we don't see what Rue is doing as attractive. But yes, I agree. She shows up in suits all the time. Mm-hmm. Maybe she has some makeup routine as a boy that she also can't do on her own. Maybe that
Raven also does. Yeah.
That Raven also does. Maybe.
I don't know. How hard is it to just stick on a little bit of
just rub a Sani over your face? How hard is that?
Like a skin smoothing filter for them to work on at Wow Presents afterwards.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought
do?
Just say it's a season 1 filter. Make fun of season 1 and
There
then
have
put
been
on a
several
Vaseline filter.
There's been several episodes in recent seasons where every single shot of Rue you can tell has got a filter over it. So and that's fine. I would do that to us. That's not being shady at all. That's fine. I'm just trying to prove that it's doable. So why not just do it again?
Honestly, I don't really care. I've turned up to set looking worse.
And what set would that be?
You're doing that right now. So
your living room? Yes, actually.
Your living room.
Absolutely correct.
Thank you. Overall, we got to see 2 incredible looks from RuPaul. We had the kind of hat askew, and then we had her as a giant eyeball. And even that, she didn't get right, because the black background behind her...
There was a little line.
You could see the seam.
Yeah.
You could see the seam.
You had a theory about the eyeball, didn't you?
I had a theory about the eye was an afterthought, because I feel like Rue filmed himself in front of a black background wearing a black
all
top.
black.
So he would look like a floating head, and they were like, okay, well that's creepy, so let's put a giant eyeball around it.
And then everything else was green screen, so we thought maybe afterwards they were like, okay, so for the next set of footage, do it against the green screen. That was our idea.
Do you not think that, well, I guess she probably did have a giant eyeball sitting around on her fracking ranch. I can't imagine that they had to fly that in for her.
Oh my god. No!
Like a gay Sauron.
Oh my god, a gay Sauron with a huge burning eye. Burning brown.
What's so
ring
funny
of
to
fire.
me is I love, and I'm sure y'all get this all the time, I love when people will write in the comments, when are you going to be on Drag Race? Are you auditioning for Drag Race? And I was like, all they have to do is watch a single episode of IMHO and know that no, we have said too much.
It's not gonna
It's not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Also, it's just a simple answer of oh yes, I think I'll go on the next season. It's as easy as just showing up at the studio and being like, I'm here.
Right.
You know what? That
Right?
is such a good idea. I will do exactly
Right?
that.
never
I will
thought
go
about
on
that.
Drag
I'm
Race.
just gonna head
Thank
to
you.
that
Thank
Holiday
you.
Inn Express. I'm gonna go to that Holiday Inn Express and just sequester myself, and then boom,
While I'm there,
Yes.
here we are.
Yes.
No,
Speaking
Chan is
about
our, Chan is
Sauron,
our
I feel
biggest
like-
hope. We edit out all of the bad things Chan says because she's our biggest hope to ride the coattails.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, girl. All
The
of
managing?
all of your best jokes. I need to
Oh.
hold on to those until you're on season 19 of Jasmine Masters' Best Friend Race.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer RuPaul's gonna have this show too. If she was struggling to have
she will
said
have
she was
it to the
missing her
grave.
grips.
She will have it to
On
the grave.
reality.
I want to apologise for our cat meowing, by the way.
Exactly.
The little meows, that's
Yeah,
our cat underneath
I've
the
got,
table.
Yeah, I've got some that are mean.
I just wanted to point out, you guys mentioned Sauron. Alexis doesn't look unlike Saruman right now.
Ah,
Like what?
a gay Sauron.
Yeah.
What?
That's Lord of the Rings, Dixie. You don't understand. That's
Not a
joke
gay
between me
Sauron,
and
just
nobody.
a really
I was,
butch
I was
Sauron.
too cool for Lord of the Rings. I was too busy fucking bitches.
Oh,
with
right, that was
bleachers.
it. That was it. Too cool.
I was playing football.
We don't have bleachers over here.
Oh yeah. What
You know
do
what's so
have?
fun is-
just haunted old
Behind the
wood.
bike shed.
We have haunted old wood. We have like a cricket pitch.
The whole of the UK is not just like fucking Hogwarts. It's
You
not
know
just
what's
like
so
in the
funny?
I
Forbidden
feel like
Forest
all of
by
the
the
UK
Great
is
Lake.
haunted. Let's be honest. I feel like all of the UK is just
Yes. Well,
I feel like
filled
we
with
deserve it.
ghosts.
I had to look up what a pep rally was the other day.
Oh,
What'd you find?
Isn't that like before a big like sporting event?
But I don't really understand
Yeah.
the purpose of it.
Well, Chan, you're from
'Cause
Texas.
It's to like create an atmosphere
Pep
and
rallies
get
are
everyone
big in
like
Texas.
revved up.
Chan, what were
Yeah,
your
pep
big
rallies
Texas
are
ones?
like, it's to
'Cause
hype
we
up
don't
the
have-
spirit.
We don't have like do we have like inter-school football leagues?
Yes,
But we don't have cheerleaders, do we?
we do now, but only in recent years. I'd say
Oh,
like
we've
within the
got
last decade.
Taco Bell now. Everything's so fucking American nowadays.
Oh,
Boo!
yeah.
Ah,
Wait,
Fuck you
you
guys.
Don't come for Taco Bell.
You don't cheerleaders? How do your young, hot blonde girls get fucked up knees?
Dance.
They just go to the haunted old wood.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I am from Texas too, and I have a recommendation.
I'm gonna pee
Next time
while
you
you're
wanna
talking.
look at-
I'm gonna pee while Alexis is.
Next time you want to look at something crazy, type in mum, M-U-M, and homecoming.
Oh my God.
Chan, do you remember mums?
Yes.
It's these crazy like flower concoctions that girls would wear on their shoulder or men would wear on their like a garter.
Like a
And
like
it's
a
like
corsage.
a ribbon with ribbons and bells. But it was like the bigger the better. So some of them are like full on backpacks that you wear on the front. They like cover your face. M-U-M, homecoming mum.
I don't know.
Oh,
If-
yeah. If you had a high school
Yeah.
boyfriend, you had the biggest mom.
Go look
I
it up.
have
They're
never heard of
they're
this in my
drag.
entire life.
It's drag.
well, and they're only Texas, right, Chan?
Yeah. I haven't seen.
They don't do them anywhere else.
I haven't seen it anywhere else. No.
That is
Texas.
Yes,
so
like Texas
weird.
and Louisiana.
It's just
South.
another reason not to go to Texas.
Right.
Yeah. There's a few on the list, but it's definitely on the list. Yeah.
Ooh, I feel
A mum
bad.
over
they're
here is
fine.
like your mum. Like your mum.
Like up your mum.
Honestly, Texas is a really
Oh.
gay state when you think about like all the big glam that they try to do, but like in a
Tight
Western way,
jeans.
like tight jeans, big belt buckles, giant
Destiny's
hats,
Child.
Very
Destiny's
calm.
Child,
Right.
big boots.
Mum's
definitely
on your
drag.
front, and the bigger the better the mum.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So
I'm
that
gonna
was
send
great.
y'all pictures. They're
Oh,
drag.
Please.
I can't wait, Saruman.
Please
I'm
don't.
really looking forward to that.
Okay, can we do a reference that's
let me
not
just
so
see-
nerdy? Can we call her?
Share circa strong enough.
Thank you.
Ooh,
Perfect.
I'll take it.
I don't need.
All right, what's
Okay.
next? What's
Should we-
next?
You have a lovely.
I don't have no.
Thank you. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I don't have any other notes now until like the lip sync. So like over to you.
Can we talk about Rachel Bloom's pornographically large breasts full of milk?
Oh, yes.
Rachel Bloom is one of our favorite people in the entire world, and she was
Why?
not lying. Her knockers are fucking huge.
Why do you like
Do you
her so
guys know
much?
You Can Touch My Boobies? You Can Touch My Boobies. Do you know that song?
We're gonna have some fun tonight, cause
Oh,
you
from
can touch
Crazy
my boobies.
Ex-Girlfriend?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I stopped watching that because I didn't find her that crazy.
I had no idea
Well-
that it was anything to do with that because there's a music video, and I think did they use the song or I don't know, but she
Yeah,
was
it's
like
kind of
she had like a whole YouTube thing before she like became like bigger. Like it's quite an old video. Like the green screen is really bad, and it's like not at the beginning of YouTube, like in the middle where like YouTubers weren't really cool yet, and like if you said you were a YouTuber, people would be like, okay, get a real job. But like. It was
Get a real job.
And
yeah, because like
look
now
at
I feel
us.
like everyone wants to be a YouTuber. Everyone wants to be a YouTuber now.
Well,
But you must look it up. It's
Chan,
just genius.
all season long, Chan, all you've been doing is talking about your titties and your big old jugs. Were you threatened
My
by Rachel
titties.
Bloom's big old milky jug?
Rachel Boobs.
Rachel
I
Bloom's
was
boomers.
I was happy to see MILF representation. I think mommies with like giant knockers deserve more representation in the media.
I
think
agree.
we're scared to admit that we find moms hot. I don't know
Alexis
why.
looks like someone's mum.
She looks
you.
further from
You
anything.
look like a hot MILF. I think so, don't you?
Dressed like that, I would not trust her with my
You look-
children.
Yeah, at like a bird party.
It's like when you look. What's a bird party?
A party where you go dressed as birds.
Oh, thank you.
Is that a
No,
common
she
thing?
looks like when the you know those parents that go to the bus stop to pick up their kids from the school bus in like weird costumes. If
No.
the state ever gives you back your
Okay.
children, that's exactly what you would do when you have your children back.
Well, I gotta be honest.
Go up to Alexis.
I gotta be honest. I got asked to do a show about Hedwig, and they meant Hedwig and the Angry Inch, but I misunderstood the assignment, so I did like the
Love
Hedwig from Harry
that
Potter.
so much.
That's
That's iconic.
The most
And that's why I'm wearing
embarrassing,
this now.
depressing thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't get booked a lot because of especially after that.
Look
Oh
at you.
But-
no! That's
Word
so
spread.
But I thought it was fun because Crystal. I thought it'd be a hoot.
Mm.
Oh.
Right, how do you
Oh,
kick
wow.
someone out? Let me just
Wow.
find out. Do you
Yeah.
want to just turn that off? And
She's so proud.
Oh yeah. Hang on.
Before the lip syncs, I don't know. There weren't a lot of extra stuff. There was that long thing from Heidi, where Heidi was like showing how to wash your hands and whatever. I just like to put back.
Well, I wish that was longer.
No, you don't.
I wish the Heidi segment was. Yes, are you kidding me? Couldn't you
No,
just watch her
That
do
was
shit?
that was my favorite part of the episode. Was the Heidi
I
segment.
wish they had talked to her longer. I wish there had been a whole segment about Heidi because I want to know everything about her life.
Mm-hmm.
I just
That's true.
The little comedy bit just seemed so random and out of nowhere, and then it was like immediately followed up with like an in memoriam segment, which is just not what you want.
Yeah,
You don't want to
it
warm
was
up.
very stitched together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to warm up that
And then
segment.
cool down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how else they would have done that though.
Well, just put it in a different.
It
place,
was
I
a
guess.
mishmash. This
Well,
this
they should've
episode.
done
But I think
that-
they did well with what they had.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I was happy to see Heidi do anything, but that segment just wasn't my favorite. But Heidi can do no wrong.
I
in my
want her
eyes.
to have her own like YouTube series.
She
I
cannot
think
do
she
anything
needs her
wrong.
own series.
Even when
True.
she's like not performing, for me, she's kind of like a Cynthia. Like I just always want to be listening to her talk
You wanna
shit.
see my cuckoo?
Oh, well, not right now. But,
Oh.
Um,
Camera off.
or like who else is like someone on like a Heidi type that's like someone you just always want to be listening to. You never want them to stop talking because they're so personable. Not you.
Well,
don't
she has
fuck
the
off.
best. She has the best talking heads. Like anytime they cut to a Heidi talking head, it wasn't just that. Like, yes, of course she's personable, but it's also that there are zero walls up. Like she clearly,
Yes.
she has
It's
no
so
walls,
genuine.
and she's so genuine. And when she made like she was constantly making mistakes, saying like epiphany instead of epiphany, and like instead of that
Dumb.
being an embarrassment to her, she was like, "Oh, I've been saying it wrong." Which is just such like an honest. It's such an honest reaction.
so
that-
cute.
It's cute.
She's just very sweet.
Yeah.
It
She's
is.
filled with joy, and it's infectious.
yeah.
She absolutely deserved Miss Congeniality. It was never going to go to anyone else.
No, and Chan
Do you
said,
guys know like?
Cherry pie. Who else?
No.
I'm sorry. What?
We refer to her as sloppy pie hole. Thank you very much.
Sloppy pie hole.
Yeah, that's what we call her.
Thank you very much.
Politically correct term.
Yes.
That's kind of offensive to bottoms, though, right?
God, no, it's not. Well,
I don't
maybe.
know. Ask Nova.
I don't know.
The
Let's
sloppy
ask
bun.
Dixie.
Are you offended?
Let's ask Dixie. Oh, shut up. You're so stupid.
I like that Dixie's like, I don't know.
No.
With her beer and her giant jugs.
Of course. Yeah, with these jugs, you can't be anything but a bottom with these, mama.
Can't be
They weigh
anything
you
but
down, you
turned
gotta bend
off.
Forward.
Exactly. No, I just like to lay there. I have a bad lower back, and Curtis knows that. So,
Ooh,
yeah, it's fine.
it's his fault.
It's his.
He
He blew it out.
blew it up.
It all comes out.
Were there any finale like entrance looks that like caught your eye? Like for me, I saw Aiden Zane and I was kind of like, you know what? Maybe we do like
What?
her.
Where did that come from? I was
Where?
bowled over. She looked great.
It was
What
really
the fuck?
good.
She
So
knew,
good.
Loved it.
She knew she had to. I think that's what it was. She knew she had to. If she
Yes.
wanted to secure any kind of career on the back of this, because there's been so much like mess throughout the whole season, especially with her. If she wanted to cling on to any kind of career on the back of this, she had to end on a high. She had to pull something amazing out,
But
and she did.
Don't you think, though, like, don't you wish she had felt that urgency to do well before she went into the competition? Like,
100%.
I agree.
Yeah, but
she looked great, but it
Half
was
of
like,
them don't know.
that's true.
Half of them don't realise, do they, until afterwards they have the growth on the show. They're around people who are maybe more elevated in terms of what they look like. And then they realise, don't they? And then at the reunion, they usually come back and look... I was going to say, let's talk about Honey Mahogany, but even that was a letdown, wasn't it?
I don't want to be...
Do you remember that?
People know how I feel about
now.
Aiden Zane,
Looks good
so...
now. Honey Mahogany can get it now. Shit's great.
Oh.
But
It's honey.
the
it's
thing
honey.
about Aiden, like, I agree, Chan. She looked amazing, and of course, I think she had to, but, like, Chan and Alexis, we are all from the southern United States. Was that not the most southern backyard you've ever seen? Like, wasn't that the most? Could you hear the cicadas and, like, smell the honeysuckles?
It just felt so hot. Like, the grass
It
was
felt
just
hot.
cut. Like, I smelled cut grass.
That grass
That's
was
so
cut
funny.
at 5 p.m. so that as the sun was setting, the heat wasn't as bad. That is Southern American grass.
Couldn't
And
you
I knew
just
she
smell
smelled
the
like
pork
outside.
rinds?
Honeysuckles, but yes. Honey. Do y'all have honeysuckles in the UK?
Yeah.
What is that, a plant?
Yeah, it smells like honey.
It
That
smells
you
like
eat it.
piss.
You can it actually tastes like honey as well. Like
Yeah,
the
you
nectar
can
inside.
eat-
No,
Very
so
sweet.
over here we have like actual food. We're not scavenging around in bushes.
Or the woods.
Or the old
We just-
haunted wood.
Over here we don't need to eat because we're all ghosts in woods.
That
Dumb.
works
What
out.
a stupid-
That works
you're
out
so
really
dumb.
well. Anyway, more fish and French fries, please. Yeah, I loved her look. I was
dumb.
also blown away, and I know this is like silly because we were all blown away, but Crystal's life-size pinata. Could
Fuck
you?
Yeah.
Oh, where
Fuck
is she?
all the way off. That was fantastic. Oh my god!
That's the same
She's
shade.
here.
That was so dumb and so great. Crystal just brings us so much joy. She's so full of love and happiness, and she's got such a good vibe. That was so stupid. It was
Okay,
the dumbest
but
thing I've ever seen, and I loved it.
I have a question regarding pinatas because we don't really have those here, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, but hear me out first of all. A pinata is like, does every child's birthday have a pinata there?
No.
I'm gonna say no. I think it was kind of appropriated, right? From
Yes.
It's a Mexican thing, isn't
Mexican,
It's not Mexican
culture,
thing.
culture,
Yeah, but then like, have you guys all as a child hit a pinata?
Yes. Multiple times.
Yeah, I have.
Yes.
I feel like
Yeah, so I've never done that.
I feel like in
But-
my childhood it was more common at Halloween to have a pinata because then it was full of sweets and candy.
Can I
they're
tell a
always
really sad
filled,
story?
They're always filled with candy. What do you think?
No,
was
I
in
know,
them?
but like it was
Needles?
more. No,
Okay,
it
but
was more appropriate for
I-
Halloween.
Mentioned that I'd never hit a pinata before, and when I was at university, these girls I live with managed to order me one online, and I went about hitting it, and
Oh my
after
God, I just remembered this story.
after I finally managed to destroy it, nothing came out because they didn't realise that they had to put the stuff in themselves. So after I beat the fucking shit out of this thing, nothing came out, and I was so upset. And they were like, "Oh, we've got to go out and buy some sweets." I was like, "Don't fucking bother."
Well, they've definitely.
the thought that counts.
I mean, they've definitely become more common in the United States. They've definitely been appropriated for Mexican culture, but Mexican Americans, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shops in Chicago that are just filled with pinatas. I think pinatas are such.
We can get them at Target.
Yeah, you can't get them at Target.
So
Anyway.
Crystal's pinata look was good.
Yeah, she looked great. I wanted to hit her.
Who else's was good? I couldn't stand Widow Von Du's look. I thought she was like a bin liner. I thought that was so gross.
It was a great concept. I don't think it was executed well.
I think that's been a common theme for Widow. I think Widow has.
I agree. She has great ideas.
and she's so endearing. But there's just something about the execution. I agree. I could see it looked like the legs were made of cardboard that she then wrapped in trash bags. I just wanted more for her because the season in general, I felt she made such a big impact. So
I always thought her problem was with proportion. Her outfits were never proportionally very good. I don't know, when there's so much like puffy weird shit going on made out of like a black vinyl, and then she was bald essentially, wasn't she? In that,
Yeah.
It was
She had like a skull cap thing.
I
on,
just
didn't
thought like
she?
proportionally it was like such an eyesore, but that's the only one that stuck out to me, that hers and Aiden's for good and bad. I can't really recall.
I really, really enjoyed Britta's cone bra gown situation.
was
I
really
thought
nice,
she
yeah.
looked gorgeous.
I think Britta is
I
gorgeous.
thought it was very
I think
memorable.
I think when we get
I think so, too.
I think when we get to a season where Jan and Britta deliver the looks they did and we don't remember them, I think Drag Race has jumped the, what's that called?
Yeah.
What's that called? What is that?
I know what you
Jump
mean.
the shark.
Jump the shark.
The shark.
Jump the shark.
Yeah.
The shark.
Yeah, because
Wait, what was your point?
Well, because if we had put thank you for asking. Literally no one ever does. If we had put Jan or Britta on season 7, the worst season by far, if we put them on season 7, we would still be talking about their looks. But they came out with these polished, gorgeous runway looks, and we never talk about them.
Well, this is something that we've been saying throughout this whole season, that there is such now an impossible level of standard because of this show. It's now a level of standard that only exists in this show. So that's not what real drag always looks like. You go to a drag show, you can't expect every single girl to be giving you Drag Race level looks. It's just
clearly
unrealistic.
not. I mean, look at the dais.
Look at Alexis. This is what Chicago has to offer.
Alexis,
I was going to say, this is kind of an argument I always bring up, is it's exactly what you said, an impossible standard. That's why I loved Crystal so much.
Yes.
And Jada's, because all of their looks, they did themselves.
Yes.
Yes.
And Gigi to a degree, but...
No, not Gigi. Gigi's fucking mum.
Gigi's mom.
Gigi's mom.
Gigi's
You know
mom.
what? You know what I
who's
could not
watching.
believe?
Gigi's mom, who
loves the
Go
show.
ahead. Go ahead.
Gigi's
No, I'm
mother.
saying, all I'm saying was
Gigi's
she had
mother.
help.
She said when Gigi walked into the workroom on the first day, I was blown away. I was like, bitch, you made the outfit. Why were you blown away? You knew what she was going to look like.
What
She was
that
proud.
accent?
That was a good accent.
What was that
Yeah.
accent?
It tended to... the last word I said in an American accent was pork rinds. So it started to get a bit southern.
Girl, can I tell you, my absolute favorite American accent that Novympia has ever produced. Y'all take a minute, go back and watch their Jeffree Star video. Nova's Jeffree Star.
Oh, Jesus.
The reason it makes me laugh so hard
It's the worst.
is because the minute she starts to lose it, she just closes her mouth. The minute Nova's accent starts to go, she just stops talking all of a sudden. You're like, was that the end of the line? And you're like, no, that was the end of the line for her accent. Nova, I'm on you.
Did you ever watch the outtakes for that?
Of course it did, yes.
I think that...
Oh my gosh, you can see
Patreon.
it was a struggle.
But Charmaine and I sat
struggle.
there for ages, and she couldn't pronounce like
I
killer,
got,
and we
I
were
got
just like
really, really pissy because I hate doing
Angry.
accents because
So
of my
angry.
incapability to do them.
And she kept saying killer, killer, and we're like, it's like killer, and she was like killer, beauty killer. We're like, oh, this is fucking hopeless. Give up, go away.
I can't do accents either, but Chan, do you have accents? I don't know that we've ever explored accents on IMHO.
Look at her face.
Do I have accents? I don't think so.
We're just not an accent.
Sometimes I
driven
have
show.
a Texas accent, which is just like me talking slowly, but that's me just trying to think as I'm speaking. Because I'm forced to speak.
Yeah, when I get drunk, I
That
get
is a
very
Texas
southern. I'm so sorry to interrupt this conversation about accents, but let's go back to the show. I love Gigi's look, and I know it's very much one and the same of what we've come to expect from her. So
what was Gigi
were
wearing?
we floored by it? It was that
Which
velvet
look?
cones with the blonde.
Oh, I
hair.
loved that.
Oh yeah,
Because the
Yeah.
headpiece was something like an
the
old
hat
hairdryer.
fitted the wig.
It
Yeah.
was like one of those
Oh,
massive
yeah.
hair
She
dryers,
had this
right?
massive
Love
updo,
that.
and then she pulled the hat
Cone
up. That was
head.
clever.
Our thanks
yeah.
go out to Gigi's mother.
But here's the deal, though.
Yes, well
with
done.
Gigi is that is A+ drag. We would all be thrilled to wear something like that.
Thank you.
But it
Thank you,
comes-
Dixie. You're right.
Right? Wait, is there a thing happening? Am I in trouble? But what's great is that, or what's not great for her is that she came out of the gate like that. She came out of the gate with all of her costumes
Yes, she did.
done to her style. There was no place to grow, which is why
Yeah.
by the end of it, we were rooting for Crystal more than her because we saw Crystal
Yeah.
grow.
Yes.
Gigi started
But-
at the top, and now we're here.
We can't not deny the fact that Crystal is way more likable than Gigi. Let's just call a spade a spade. Gigi has a level of egomania, which you do expect from a drag queen because it's part and parcel with the gig, but it does sometimes come off as a little bit like, you'd rather hang out with Crystal. Like, everyone would rather hang out with Crystal.
I personally feel like Crystal has, if she doesn't, she at least appears this way. She seems to have more confidence with herself as a person.
No.
She seems to have more fun, and she seems to...
She's more fun.
Not
She's more
necessarily
fun.
with drag, but just like as a person, she knows who she is. And I feel like Gigi is constantly, her mind is going with everything she does.
That's the mind of a genius. I thought, I understood.
It's
in
the
finale,
mind of
when
a
she said,
master.
There's a difference between confidence and what is it? What's the word?
Cockiness.
Cockiness. Thank you. There's a difference in the arrogance and the confidence, and she's aware of that, and she's qualifying it. For her age, I thought it was smart. I didn't mind it at all. As an impossibly beautiful, skinny white lady, I thought it was fine.
You just want to get on her good books because you want to, like, take some tips from her. That's what that is.
I was just
I can see
disappointed.
right through that.
I want to steal her costumes. I want to let out the waist and go down the street with giant holes in it.
And also, we have to meet her mom soon. We're meeting her mom at Sidetrack.
We are meeting her mom when this is all over. So,
Yes.
Gigi's mom, we love you. No, but I see what you're saying. Crystal is more carefree.
She's going to fucking hate me.
Crystal is more carefree. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's more fun.
But there's a genius to Gigi's drag, and I think there is a little tortured genius inside of her. I'm gonna say that.
I enjoy most
gonna say
her
that.
dark,
She's gonna say that.
dry sense of humor. Whenever she did like a comedy challenge,
funny.
she had to pre-write it, she had to memorize it, she can't do it off the cuff. Fine, I'd never had a problem with that. That it was all pre-rehearsed and memorized and whatever. That's fine. It's so funny.
Can I just
It's
get
so funny.
a quick read of the room? Like, I just want to know everyone's, like, favorite Drag Race girl. Is that a thing we can just do real quick?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Chan, do you have an answer for this?
Yes, my favorite is Bob the Drag Queen.
Okay, great one. Dixie?
Bob the drag queen.
Oh.
We had this
really?
conversation. Yeah, we had this conversation a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And we both, Bob the drag queen for sure.
Yeah, that's a perfectly valid one. Alexis, what, Vivacious, maybe?
No.
Ornacia.
Mimi,
yeah.
I'm first. Mimi,
Frodo.
I'm first.
No. I'm gonna say Jinx Monsoon
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, great one.
Delish.
What about y'all?
What about yours?
because I want to be her.
I've got a few that are very
No,
close.
there's only
but
one.
I'd say, I'm going to say one. Oh my god, let me speak. Adore Delano.
What?
Oh!
Yeah.
Did she
Wait. No,
No,
you're
she didn't
joking.
She was my first like exposure to drag.
Wait, well, what
She
is
exposed
the,
herself
what is
to
the,
Nova.
But now, what is the continued fandom? What?
I just like her because she has always maintained this. She's so confident with herself. She's consistent. She doesn't try to be anyone else. She owns up to her mistakes. She throws her hands up. And I like the musician side of it because she's a real musician and I really enjoy that.
I'd like to ask why Dixie is so wildly offended by this.
Well, okay,
Yes.
because I know Adore Delano from American Idol, Danny Noriega. That's how I was introduced.
Yes.
Ooh.
Me too.
And
Cutie patootie.
she's fine. I like Adore Delano. I do. Watching
When
her
she looked
break
like
down
Ellen
on
Page.
All Stars, one of my favorite moments in Drag Race history. I don't belong here.
Dixie doesn't like her.
No, I do like
That was
her.
so
It's just,
disappointing, wasn't
the
it?
best drag queen to come out of Drag Race, you think, is Adore Delano?
That wasn't the question.
That wasn't
was
the question.
my favorite.
You stupid bitch.
I'm not saying she's the best.
Okay, I misunderstood. I said Bob the drag queen is the best drag queen. My favorite drag queen to come out
your
is
your
Magnolia.
favorite.
Magnolia Crawford.
Dumb. So dumb. Dumb.
Olympia, who would you say?
Mine is Raja.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because I look
Diamond
like her.
Company.
I look a bit like her, I think.
She's very funny too. Her
Yeah.
and Raven.
No, in a fun
I think
house
Raja
here,
is just
for
the
sure.
most. Is this? Oh, you. I will get on a plane and come to South Bumfuck USA. I will find.
We live in the
Fuck your
north.
mom.
We're in Chicago. We're close.
Oh yeah, of course. You keep talking about being from fucking like Dance Moms, Southern Texas, some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'll take you to meet
bitch, you
my
are from-
my dad.
We might be coming
I
to.
wanna
We might go
mention-
to Atlanta. Is that right? Atlanta.
Who knows? What?
Yeah,
was that for?
that can't be that far from you, right? That's a plane, isn't it?
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
This
Very
is clearly a
close.
memory
Go.
I've suppressed.
Very close.
We're
Chan, what were
going
you
to
saying?
Atlanta, aren't we?
I want to mention Jada's look, the space look.
Yes.
I thought that was the
yes.
coolest thing. It was designed by
got no
Joshua
attention.
Naponte, who is a Chicago designer, and he designs like costumes for like continental, or not continental, Miss Universe,
that makes sense.
the pageants, like.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
It was a really big
beautiful.
deal to see that on her.
What's his name?
I was losing my mind.
What's his name again?
Joshua Naponte.
Yeah, you retweeted
I think
him.
it was a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a shame that it was the finale format ended up being the way it was, because a lot of these looks you didn't get to see them in their full potential. So like everybody watching and listening, you have to go onto these queens' Instagrams and see the photo shoots they've done to see these looks, because Jada's especially was phenomenal. Like it was one of the most
much more
crazy
deserving in
beautiful
the living
things I've
room.
seen in a long time on Drag Race.
I'd actually forgotten about Jada's space look, and I'm angry announcing that, because that was, I thought, the best part of the show, and it was literally on screen for like a minute and then it was gone.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
And
that's
that
the
was
problem.
like absolutely exquisite. It was next level, and I'm annoyed that I don't own that piece.
because it wasn't a normal finale. They each outfit didn't get its moment walking along the runway,
and she was never going to wear that for the
It's a shame.
the lip sync, was she?
No,
So-
of course not.
It
So
was-
it
it was
is a
very
shame.
bad.
I thought they, on purpose, I thought they put that as the final look in all of the intros because it was so breathtaking. Like when I saw it, I
Yeah.
was
Art.
truly, I was like,
Yeah.
what am I looking at? And then as
Yeah.
soon as I even thought that, it was gone off the screen. And I was so upset because it's so beautiful. She did not come to play.
RuPaul did a one-on-one with each of the girls where I, for the first time, whether I had not been paying attention, I don't know, learned that Crystal's real name is Cody. And I just want to announce that made me think of Scary Movie 3, like pedophile priest going, Cody.
Cody. How about when
Do
she
you
was
remember?
like, is that your body
She kept
hair
leaning over
underneath
to me
that?
going, Cody.
Cody.
What? What'd you say?
Cody, is that your real body hair? And was anyone else like really disturbed by that when she was
Yes!
asking her body hair?
Yeah, that was
I don't know.
strange, wasn't it?
But it
Is
was
this your
almost as
body
if
hair?
to say, like, I'd rather I didn't see that, thank you very much.
Oh no, I thought
No,
maybe she was like she
opposite.
liked it.
She
Yeah,
just wanted to
yeah.
fuck Crystal
She was into
from
it.
the start.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And you know,
Yes.
so seeing this head in an eyeball go, is that your real body hair? That shows. That was a lot. I had to digest that.
That was so creepy.
Yeah. Oh, God.
They were very sweet, though, weren't they? They all had a personal message from some family members, and it would be ill-advised to make fun of the family members if they did a bad job, because that's not what this is about, Dixie. All right.
Now, okay, can I make fun of one person, though?
Who's it going to be?
No,
It
I'm not.
depends.
I'm not making fun of anyone's family. No, I'm not doing that.
I just wanted to say about Ruin the Eyeball. I know the whole idea was supposed to be that they were using like Snapchat filters and like Facebook filters, but I kind of wish that they went a bit more overboard with that. I really wanted to see Rue like floating around in the cocktail glass with like the ice cubes, and like I wanted to see Rue like as a foot. Like I wanted like the crazier ones, not just like in the middle of an eyeball.
And
Or like
instead,
the
you've got
potato.
Alexis as a foot.
Yeah, the potato is so
Thank you
great.
for filling in the gap, Alexis. Yeah,
You're welcome.
I agree.
Alexis
I just
is
think
so
that would have been-
good-spirited
that would have been
about it.
great.
Alexis must get shit on by you all the time, and she
Yeah.
just
She's
sits
just happy
there,
to be here. Look
she's
at her.
smiling through
Yeah.
it. She's happy to be here.
That was our deal. Is I get to ride her coattails, and she just gets to shit on me the whole time.
Yeah.
But I get to come.
Who you're
along.
right behind
Well-
her holding it, so.
Yeah. When Shan and I started IMHO, I was like, Alexis, we will certainly let you join this, but there need to be some rules put in place. So what I did, I watched a bunch of Novympia. I saw how you treated Charmaine, and I said, this is the rule.
You can be our Shah.
You are going to be
Is that
Char.
who I have to thank?
Yeah,
This is
you
the
have Char
working
to thank
model.
for this lifestyle choice. It's all Char.
Can I just
Plot
say,
twist. Plot twist. Me and Char are gonna start our own show.
And no one will watch it.
what would that be called?
What would that be called?
It'll be called After
Shit,
the
shit.
Credits. It'll play
Oh my
after the
God.
credits of videos. It's perfect.
Can I just say, every time you guys upload a video, it's some kind of like OCD thing within me to take like your thumbnail or something and write after IMHO, put TEP, so it spells Imhotep.
That's fucking weird.
Imhotep.
You know, like
What's
the
the
mummy.
mummy?
Yeah.
Oh, the mummy?
I love that movie.
Yes!
Yes!
He's called Imhotep, but I always want to write Tep on the end.
That's so
You
embarrassing.
should do that.
That is so.
Why?
Look, yeah.
That is so specific. Thank you. I will never remember that again.
Don't thank her.
All right.
Thank you.
Should we get into
else
the
is there?
actual lip syncs? Because there are 3 we got to get through.
I
Yes.
loved
Yeah.
the idea, the whole concept of doing the close-up lip syncs. They should do that more. That was so clever.
Great
What a great
idea.
idea.
No.
Shut up!
Incorrect.
Shut up!
My teeth are made
That
of
was so
cardboard
cool.
and horse glue. The last thing I need is a close up of my teeth. When I'm on season 27 with what is it? Jasmine Masters Best Enemies. No, lost it. I lost that.
But you don't go on Drag Race with like nice teeth. You go on there and then you go to All Stars
And
with
then
nice teeth.
If
Yes,
you're from
when you
Chicago,
get
exactly.
if you're from Chicago,
Yes.
you do not go on with nice teeth. We got kimchi,
I
we got
cannot
shake
wait
filet,
to
we
see
got
Shake
paper
Filet's.
towel.
Well,
Shake
we're
has new
British,
teeth.
so RuPaul's Drag Race
We don't do
UK
anything
is
with
a
good
sea
teeth,
of bad
so-
teeth, so...
Yes. Yeah, I think RuPaul takes the teeth at the end of the season. She just collects
Makes
all
it
their
never-
teeth.
Drag Race UK, I appreciated Drag Race UK so much because they openly talked about flippers. They were like, yeah, no, I don't have good teeth, so I bought a flipper just for this. And I was like, Jean-Benet Ramsey did not die in vain. That is her legacy.
That's her memorial.
Dixie.
Or she did not die at all.
Oh, God.
Save that for your controversial
We're not
podcast.
We're not having
please.
this conversation.
Save that for your
She
podcast.
became Katy Perry.
Dixie,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
nothing controversial at all. No controversial
No, there's nothing
topics to be
controversial.
had.
No. the
So
earth
I
is
think in
flat.
terms of the close-up lip syncs, I know Gigi was in the middle, but my eye went to her because she used her eyes as well as her mouth,
The
which
fucking
the other two
eyelash
didn't do.
choreography was
Yeah.
so smart.
It's very...
What?
So
That was
clever.
good.
Yeah, it reminded me so much of, and I'm so sorry I'm blowing so much smoke up your ass, but Chan does that a lot. Chan is an eye head choreographer when she lip syncs. You should look up her performances, so good. But that's what, same thing. I was drawn to that, and I was also drawn to Jada. And I know this sounds so stupid because Carson was like, Jada. First of all, Carson looked like he had just put an entire vat of Vaseline on his head and had just like cleaned himself after a murder. But he was like,
Oh,
Jada, I loved how you
What an
moved forward
observation.
and then moved back. And then you moved forward again. I loved that. And it's like,
I'm like,
silly
Thank
as
you,
it
Carson.
was,
Thank you, Carson.
I fell for it. I was like, I agree. She moved back and forth.
No.
I
In reality, she was probably really like tired. Like even me sitting here filming this, like I just want to rock to give myself something to do.
I actually thought we got some really like unpleasant angles from Jada, and I didn't think that such a thing existed.
Because she shoved her nostril right over the
yeah,
lens, didn't she?
I don't think that was good. I think maybe she should have had the camera a bit higher, or I don't know.
you could do better.
That's not what
no.
I'm claiming.
I think she's so beautiful.
But I do think-
any angle works for me. I loved it. I thought she looked great.
I think Crystal was definitely the weaker out of the 3 in that lip sync.
Don't
What do you guys think about that?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, clearly it's the Dixie show. You go right ahead.
Hello. Well,
Ooh.
I
Look at those
think
pecs.
There's nothing there.
I think Crystal went into it. I think she went into it kind of knowing that she was the underdog of the 3. So I don't.
Yeah, she just wanted to have fun with it.
Yeah. So I think her having
That
fun
makes
with
her
it
more
was-
likable.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I should.
Well,
have
you,
fun.
clearly we know that you hate Crystal and you think
I
that,
don't!
that she's. Oh, we know that. You've said it now.
It's because
in
RuPaul.
print.
It's because RuPaul wants to fuck her so bad, and all I've done is wanted the DJ from DragCon to bang me, and I can't wait for that moment.
So, in terms of their individual lip syncs, can I just say that Crystal's bird thing, I thought that was the most precious fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I actually cried, like laughing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say crying.
No,
because you were
I
emotional.
was
From the
laughing so much because I was so taken back. I was not expecting it. I just
She
thought
was
it was
so moved.
the
She was
craziest
so
thing.
moved.
I was crying from laughter. I just couldn't handle it. I was so overwhelmed by this little baby bird and this big bird. When she's like singing to the fucking egg, I thought I had taken something. Like, it was ridiculous. I loved it so much.
Seeing a mother throw up into the baby's mouth moved Nova to tears.
Oh my god, that was great.
to tears.
I thought that was the best one, though. Did you not? I thought it was the best one.
No. And I don't hate Crystal, but apparently, given the evidence, perhaps I do. No, I don't at all. But the thing that bothered me was when the mom and the baby were flying together, they were both singing the chorus, but there was the lead voice singing different runs and different lyrics. And she didn't sing the Nelly Furtado part. Both mom and baby sang the chorus. Well, Nelly Furtado was apparently off screen throwing up in someone's mouth.
Do you guys
Nelly
think
Furtado
that...
saying that? Wait, I don't understand. What is the logic here? Like, is the lead bird supposed to sing the chorus?
Well, there was two people on screen at the time, and they were both doing the exact same thing. They were both flying, and there's the chorus of like, I'm like a bird, I want to fly away. And then Nelly Furtado is singing something different. She's like, like that, you know,
right.
Classic Nelly. And so when she was on screen with both of them, I wanted one of them to be singing the lead part, and one
you
of
know
them
what,
to be singing
Dixie?
the
There's
chorus.
a lot of this right now, and I didn't hear the first half.
You
So
wanted
really, if we
realism.
could just move on to something else.
I want-
You wanted
the
crazy?
birds
Well,
to
you've
be
got
real.
crazy now.
Well, this is why we've got Alexis here showing us how it should have been.
But also, do you guys think that Nelly Furtado will be on a judge on Drag Race Canada?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh shit, that bitch
Because
is
she's
Canadian.
Canadian.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
I would like
so.
it to be Nelly Furtado, Alanis Morissette, and Avril Lavigne as judges on...
Ooh.
And The Rock.
Can you imagine?
Avril
And The
would
Rock.
be so good. And The
Isn't
Rock.
Isn't The Rock Canadian?
Dwayne The
The
Rock.
Rock's not Canadian.
He's from Los Angeles.
No.
He's from Hawaii,
Canadian.
isn't he?
Oh, is he?
No.
I
That
think
bitch
he's
is-
from Hawaii.
No, I think
He's Samoan,
Canadian.
yeah.
But I think
I
he
think
grew
he's
up.
Polynesian. I think.
Google it. Ask G.
He's from
No.
the Bible Belt.
You Google
You
it.
Google it, bitch.
Okay, Alexis, you're dressed up as a bird, and you did that specifically because you have been waiting to vomit this entire time. So if you're ready to
Now is your
regurgitate,
moment.
we are ready. Hum like
Okay,
a
hold on.
bird, I'm gonna throw up in your mouth.
Oh no, I'm nervous.
Please open your
Is
mouth.
she
Why are
been-
you
gonna
moving the
regret
camera?
asking
Please
this?
Is she
open
actually
just
your
burped?
mouth. No, don't throw up in that bag! I paid $10 for that.
Sorry.
We have a week
Do
done.
you actually use that bag? Is that bag for like a play that you're in, or do you
No,
use it?
she
No.
got me this bag, this purse during quarantine, so I haven't had a chance to use it yet.
Well, clearly,
Did it come
th-
free with a
clearly
magazine?
Olympia does not watch our videos, but the whole thing.
She does. She just doesn't watch the end.
Alexis doesn't have crabs, so that's her thing. She's a crab person now. It's okay. Other people got it.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
I thought. Wasn't that
Everything okay?
a Minnie Mouse purse?
Very
wasn't it?
relatable.
It was a
It's a
crab.
crab.
Oh, I thought it was Minnie Mouse. I'm very drunk. Okay. What about
Gigi.
Gigi's?
You have got through that bottle pretty well.
I thought it could
I
have done with
really
more
liked hers.
editing.
Oh really?
It was for a good 30 seconds, it was the same shot.
The second half, where
I
we
love
started
that.
to get some more camera movements, the prop in the foreground
The
that came
prop,
across,
this-
all of that was magic. I wanted more
So
of that
cool.
in the beginning. There was too
Yeah.
much of the static. Everything from the costume change onwards was amazing. I just think it was a bit slow to start.
I don't know.
She definitely could have replicated more of the music video, like some of the games that they did, like leaning in as a realistic person, then stepping into like the cartoon
Yeah.
world. That would have been really cool to see.
Can we
But-
talk about that outfit though? Those jackets, I would die for those. They're
That was
so
a
Well,
good.
all I can
They're
say is
so
clearly
good.
her mother is not an editor.
Olympia. I
What?
really,
The
really-
mother does everything, doesn't she? The
Listen.
mum's the talent, not Gigi.
Okay, the first time I saw a picture of her mom, I was so depressed because I realized we're probably the same age. And so when I saw it, I
Her
was
mom.
like, oh god, I have started so late. I do not have a drag queen daughter yet. I liked it. Shannon and I, we talked about it on Zoom last night. I thought it was super smart. I mean, I see what you're saying about it was pretty static to start, but I think that made her costume change even more jarring. Like, to me, it was like oh shit, something happened. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really smart,
Yeah.
and it seemed like she drew all of that. And that alone is...
All right, so she was able to order a marker on Amazon. I don't know. Listen, I mean, my professional opinion is it was a bit poo.
Oh,
That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh.
I didn't
My
realize she
only
I thought it was a bit
criticism-
poo.
I wouldn't say purr.
My only
I wouldn't say
criticism-
poo.
Alexa slept. Oh,
No, she's just turned her camera off because she's so
Alexis,
bloody stupid.
I just wanted a little bit more editing in the first half. That was my only criticism. I did not think it was poo. I thought it was very good, actually. But I just think for the finale, it could have been. You want to make the most. Because they weren't even doing the full songs, were they? They were segments of the song, so you want to try and do the absolute most. If this was for like a drag show where we had the
thank
whole
God,
song,
though. Can
then
you
sure,
imagine if
but-
they did the whole song? How long this show would have been?
Oh God, no.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be almost as long as this podcast.
Oh yeah, thank you for watching.
Okay.
Click out.
Oh, she's
Bye.
gone.
No.
What about Jada's? So hers we thought was so effective because it was literally just her in her living room and there were no bells and
that.
whistles or frills or anything. It was just a bitch like showing you how to fucking do it and a camera and that was it. And a win. She had a fan.
She came on our TV and I yelled, "That should be illegal." Her face and her hair, I'm sorry,
She
that
looks
shouldn't
so
be
good.
allowed.
100%
It's not
agree.
fair. How are any of us ever supposed to make any money out of doing what we do when she
speak for
looks like
yourself.
that?
Speak
It's
for
not
yourself.
fair. It's not fair.
Fucking speak for yourself. I look really great today.
I have eyes.
You do wear glasses though. Thank you very much.
Right.
And what do you think?
Well, Chan, what did you say about it last night? We were talking about it on Zoom
Oh.
last. Yeah, what did you say?
I think just seeing these different types of music videos too, it's just quintessential to what's going on right now with everyone having to
Yes.
adapt to the new normal.
Yeah.
And that not only drag queens have to be their own like stylist and like costume designer and wig designer and they're like the artist that picks out everything. They now have to be like a video
self-directing.
editor and understand
Yeah.
how to work technology and
Yeah.
put their imagination out there visually. So I thought it was really cool to see these contestants like represent what drag queens are doing or drag performers are doing right now. And that's just making the ends meet with what we have. And drag performers are just really creative people that find ways to make something work. And I thought it was a really cool representation of like the different ways of how we've done it. You know, last night we had Dita Ritz on our Zoom chat just perform like raw talent, and that's kind of what Jada did too.
This
That's
is the
exactly
thing.
what it is. Yeah.
Each of the three girls approach this in very, very different ways. And I think when you watch these digital drag shows, you can see how different artists approach them using what they have, using the skill sets they have. And I think it was, like you said, it was very, very reminiscent of what's going on now. And I think people will rewatch this because it's going to sit on Netflix now for like 10 years. And they're going to get to season 12 and they're going to be like, oh yeah, do you remember that year when we had all these drag shows
What
online?
it was not reminiscent of is that fucking Parent Trap thing that you guys sent over.
Okay, all right. Well, we don't have,
Okay,
we don't
okay.
have- We don't have Drag Race on Netflix, unfortunately. But I do have a VPN.
Do
so I'll do
you
that.
wear wigs too?
But the
Oh my
okay,
God.
you're quoting it, so it must have meant something. But
I loved
thing
it.
about
It meant
Jada's-
everything.
Jada's was such raw talent because the thing is, like, all of these girls, when they go on these tours, they have producers, they have video editors, they have backup
Yeah.
dancers, they have choreographers. So all of that can be done. Like the production can be done around you. What can't be done is making you into a good performer if you're not. And I think Gigi
Yes.
and Crystal showed that they're good performers, of course. But for me, Jada showed that there is such a raw talent there that literally she can be in an apartment with carpet floors and stucco walls and still all
Yeah.
we care about
Stucco
is what she's
walls.
doing.
Jada had the fewest gimmicks out of everybody. You could literally see she was in her living room by her sofa, and yet it was still just as electrifying, if not more so, than the other two.
It's the one that I
lip-syncs.
wanted to watch again. If I had to, if
I
I had to
agree.
watch one again, I would want to watch hers again. And it's just because Jada is that raw talent.
Yeah.
I
That's on
would
that.
usually say this, and I've preferred Jada over Crystal the entire way through, but I thought Crystal's was just so sweet. Thought it was the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen.
The only thing I'd say about Crystals is I loved it. I told you guys my reaction to it, but that kind of performance would never work outside of this platform, outside of this particular type of finale. So I don't know if it was really appropriate for Drag Race. For a drag show, fantastic.
Wow.
But you could never do that in a normal finale.
Crystal too, huh? Who's the Crystal hater now?
But do you know what I mean? Like you would never be able to do that
We see you
on a
head.
normal finale.
I want to say about Jada, it's kind of also sweet the fact that it was so simple in that there weren't any bells and whistles. A lot of us, whether we intentionally did it or not, but we start performing in our bedrooms, in our living rooms, whether in drag or not. Like, I just thought that was a kind of a sweet full circle moment.
Oh, I never even thought about it like that. You're right. That is very sweet, isn't it?
And now
I'd never
Aiden will
considered
perform in her bedroom forever.
For the rest of her life.
Well, thanks to Corona, she can have a career doing that, maybe.
So I thought it was really clever that they sent them all exactly the same backdrop and lighting for the final lip sync.
Shit, that was so clever, wasn't it?
All right,
Yeah.
calm
I
down.
couldn't get over that.
They clearly rated
I was so impressed.
the Party City clearance aisle. They said, "Do you have any?
Right.
Do you have any folded
RuPaul
tinsel?
wigs.
Do you have any folded tinsel
like,
that
they were
will
all
still have
set
the
up
fold in
exactly
it
the
when they
same.
unfold it?" This is VH1.
You can't steam it out because it's plastic.
It's
and
plastic. It'll melt. And also, do you have giant balloons that a child would use at a birthday party? We're VH1. You understand that, right? Okay, great. But
Do you have
before
any
they did that-
pinatas?
Before they got into the final lip sync, they did do a whole music video about voting, which I thought was so weird.
That was
because-
so good.
Well, in the US and in the UK, we both have such incredible government leadership right now. We have Trump and you have Boris. What is she trying to say?
It's been great. I'm going.
As
love that
as a
this-
responsible citizen, I don't vote, so I fast forwarded this section.
This season in particular, they have
I have
been
to say,
so,
I've learned a lot about
so
your government.
hot on encouraging people to
through
register.
Gogglebox. Without Gogglebox, I would know
Oh,
nothing about
honey.
your government. So I want to thank
And
Gogglebox.
let's just take a second to thank Alex Polizzi as well.
Alex Polizzi, y'all. Okay, Americans. I need
No, stop it.
the hotel inspector. She talks through her nose the whole time, and she's truth,
I've never brought her up.
but okay, we'll talk about it later. I'll tell you later.
What's one of the quotes you love?
Oh, you might as well. No, it looks like a check. What is it? No. Oh God.
It might
Oh,
as well
it's like
say-
putting a. It's like putting a. She was like, I mean, why, darling? Why bother, darling? Putting up that tiny little photo frame in the corner. It's like putting a cherry on a turd.
Oh,
Yes!
Honestly,
sorry.
darling.
Honest,
Darling.
and it's all in her nose, and it's so good.
You love things all in your nose.
Oh.
Is that
Right.
a cocaine
Thank
thing?
you, Nestle the Bird Woman.
Yeah.
All right, so we
So-
had
Never mind.
We had the final lip sync. The three of them were in the back room at Party City. They were on their break, and obviously Jada killed it. I think for all of us, our eyes were drawn to her. But Gigi's Dorothy, the changing from the sepia tone to the actual color version, I thought that was so smart. I don't understand what that
It
had to
took
do with
me a
Survivor.
while.
That
I
didn't
didn't
make sense.
It
understand.
had nothing to do with Survivor at all.
I didn't understand what was happening
So-
until a good 10 seconds after it happened.
We said, didn't we,
'Cause
that those boots were really weirdly placed.
I
with
thought
that.
there would be a reveal because that dress was a bit bulky. I was like, two of these girls are going to have reveals. Look at Jada in this fucking parachute.
Wait,
And
wait,
then there's,
wait.
Gigi
Jada being in a
this,
parachute with a
bulky
giant
dress.
zipper down the front. You thought that
Yeah.
was a reveal? I was shocked.
Can you imagine?
Funnily enough, I had an inkling. And so when Gigi did it and the colour just changed, I was like, oh, it's the same dress. That's what. Oh wait, but she's got the red shoe.
We
Is
were
this
like-
a Dorothy thing? I didn't get it.
Well,
straight
we
away.
understood it was Dorothy because of the red, but I was like, that's the same dress essentially, so it's a bit weird. I think it's because the sepia tone wasn't enough of a difference for me to begin with. I was like, I don't really understand the
Yeah.
deal.
If she's not going to be, obviously you can't because it's like a one-shot thing, but because her skin tone's not changing, there should have been a higher contrast. It should have been properly black and white, and then the most vivid blue and white to really, really have a big difference.
Girl.
Dixie's
It was
seething.
very subtle.
Put that in your iMovie.
Yeah, it was a very subtle.
Alexis
it was a very subtle
agrees.
change, and the lighting didn't help. There was also a wig change.
Yeah,
Did y'all
there was.
notice?
What?
Oh,
Her
yeah,
hair
but-
came down.
But
it
I
was
couldn't
up and then
tell.
it came down.
That's-
That
Did
for
not
me
notice.
was like one of the most overrated moments in Drag Race history when Roxy Andrews took her
You
wig off
shut your ugly boat mouth.
and revealed the same wig underneath. Why do people think that was the best thing ever?
because it was
the
incredible.
same wig. That's hilarious.
That's the point.
No, and also no one had ever seen anything like that before.
No, but if it was a
Exactly.
different wig, it would
No,
have
but
been.
that is the whole point.
Who cares if it's the same wig?
It's so
No, but think
Who
about it.
cares?
No. Think about it though. If you were like, say you're at, I don't know, what do they have there? You're at a castle. So say you're at a castle and someone introduces themselves. They rip off their face in front of you. Ta-da! It's the same exact
it's the
face
same
underneath.
face.
What a gag! What a gag! Because you'd go, why do that? It would be
But this
so
is
much
the thing.
work.
This is the deal. Wig reveals are so commonplace nowadays that I feel like if someone was to take their hair off and it was exactly the same underneath, fucking hilarious. The fact that Roxy Andrews was the first person to do it on Drag Race, I didn't understand at the time why that was amusing or funny or anything. I was like, it's the same
Right,
hair.
so you see, sometimes drag queens, they make jokes and they try.
How
to
would
be
you
funny.
fucking know? You make a joke. You've never said anything funny in your whole bloody life.
As a
How would you
patron-
know humour?
As a patron of Novympia,
I feel very
can agree.
attacked.
I can personally.
You've never
This
said
is
anything
it.
funny in your whole fucking life.
But Monet Exchange does the best wig reveal. Monet Exchange has a pussycat blonde wig that
Oh my
she
God,
pulls
yes.
off
Yes.
into a pussycat
Yeah.
blonde wig. That is brilliant.
Yes, that's great. That's what
And
I mean.
it's-
That's great.
It's clean, it's fast.
Can we
It's a quick
take a
joke.
second to talk about, even though Crystal's lip sync was not, particularly up
Memorable.
to par with the others in terms of the competition, she
The
looked
best
incredible.
she's ever looked on this show.
Oh,
Yeah.
stunning.
Wasn't that gorgeous?
I was obsessed with that.
I loved that.
Can you imagine?
Absolutely
You've been
obsessed.
watching this show for years. You have survived so many seasons. It's now your turn, and it's the best you've ever looked in drag. And you're standing in front of these props sent to you by VH1 in your living room. Like, what a bummer. Overall, and I think, a lot of people have shared this opinion. Like, overall, this season was so good, and the cast couldn't have been more perfect to help get us through
But it was
this
cursed.
insane season. But bless their hearts, they deserved so
Yeah.
much better than this.
It was
Yeah, they
cursed
did.
right from day one.
I don't know.
Two very distinct reasons, but
Yeah.
Oh, two
it is what it
things.
is.
I think this finale, just moving on, I think this finale was a lot better than we were all expecting.
Yeah.
I think they did the best with what they had. The only issue I personally had was I really wish Rue did not wear that mask. It was just distracting to me. I didn't like it. Even like a different mask. Why was it like a wrestler mask? What was that about? Like even
It
just
reminded
something
me of
else.
like in Halloween when straight people do like the face zippers, and it's like a
Yes.
zombie mouth
Yeah.
and a-
Yes.
Oh, Chan is not here for a face
Do
zipper.
something new. Like,
Oh, for
unzipping
God's
your
sake.
face?
Can you imagine a face zipper or like a pink wig and an awful red dress? Do
Girl,
something different.
Like, button your face next time. Like, do a button. I don't know.
You you can't imagine what it's like when y'all finally come to Chicago. You can't imagine what it's like going out with Chan. Anytime she sees a face zipper, which happens more often than you'd think, she just can't handle it.
I've seen it.
She
can't
keeps
handle
buttons
it.
with her at all times. She throws buttons at them until they leave.
She goes right up to people and she just zips their face together and she goes, "No, not today."
Not today.
Nobody wants to see that.
No.
I would like to see Velcro. Velcro would be even more
So-
funny. If you just put Velcro on the sides of your face.
That's good. Get you a
That's
3M
next level.
strip. Get you a 3M strip, bitch. Hang a picture from it.
I'm saying.
I think we do need to take a moment to talk about Evie, our previous
Oh my
reigning queen.
Oh, I forgot about Evie.
I really liked this look. I thought it was very fun. The
The
whole
look was
little
good.
skit that she had where she was like cutting up the sweatpants and she made this like sweatpant and gym sock like gown thing. I thought that was very fun. And I really loved. I just spat everywhere. I wonder if that gets
You
caught on camera.
dirty bitch.
I really loved how they got like the crown clip art and like superimposed it.
It
and they were, like,
floated
pushing
in.
it away, and
That
it was
was
like,
great.
following like Jada's head.
That was the worst
so
crown. It was
camp.
literally like someone had like 10 minutes left before they had to like render it, and they were like, Google
Well, it's because it's
crown.
royalty free, and they didn't want to pay for like a proper like stock photo.
Oh, they could have just ripped one from, what is it? Fierce Crown. What do they call it? Fierce Drag
Crown
Jewels.
Jewels.
I don't think they sponsor
Drag
anything in
Fierce
this
Crown,
series,
yeah,
so maybe
Fierce
not.
Drag Jewels or whatever. Yeah.
They typed
We
in
have the
crown,
Fierce
transparent
Crown Jewels.
background.
Thank you very much. Yes.
I-
We have a royal family.
Well, I also felt for Evie that she didn't get her big moment to like hand over her crown.
Yeah.
But I thought she made
Yeah.
the best of it. I loved the sweat, the sweatsuit with like the
Yeah.
that she had stoned and the socks that looked like little weird penises. If you've never seen a penis
Do you know
before.
what's so bad though? Like, I felt really. I don't know what it is, but if you had said to me who was the last person to win Drag Race, I'm pretty sure I would have said Sasha Velour.
Oh yeah.
Like, I forgot about Evie. I forgot Evie. I'm sorry. I just forgot about Evie. Did
I
anyone
don't
else
think
forget about
she's-
Evie?
Because we
And Aquaria
we
too, wasn't
follow
she
Queens a lot
between-
on. We
Was
follow
she?
Queens a lot on YouTube.
Aquaria and Evie.
Oh, Aquarius. I forgot about
Aquarius!
too.
Aquaria was
Aquaria
after
was
Sasha.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've never seen Evie talk, and I don't think she's very present on YouTube. Is
We-
she?
I've
got
She
to
doesn't do a lot on the
apologise
Wild
to
Presents
both
channel.
Evie
She doesn't
and
have her own
Aquaria.
Well,
YouTube channel, so we wouldn't be
and I,
exposed to
we
her.
didn't. I mean, Chan, we didn't have a very memorable. We interviewed her at DragCon New York. I mean, given we interviewed her
Mm-hmm.
from about 40 feet away at the end of the line, and we yelled questions.
I was like, did we?
Right.
But I
forgot
didn't-
about that.
Girl, I wasn't very impressed. Were you?
Couldn't hear her.
She didn't
at
Can
all.
answer us at all.
I suggest the reason you don't remember those last two is because of the new format of the lip sync off? Like, when's the last time somebody won who really, really deserved it?
I also think
Tyra Sanchez.
going on from that idea
Man,
though, I also
her
think
reign was
we've
explosive. Go ahead.
we've had too much too soon after each other. Like, it's just a lot all at once. They've been
Yeah.
very and I think that's what also makes it difficult to let the winners breathe and have their moment before they're fucking starting the next
Right.
one.
I feel bad now. I've pooed all over Aquaria.
Well, you should feel bad.
Yeah, I want to say not that they didn't deserve to win, but that's just what my thought process.
Yeah.
is. You're completely right. They
Oh, I'm
needed
glad.
more time to
I'm
shine
glad.
in the.
Yeah.
You should
Evie, I
feel
feel like we
bad.
haven't seen Evie. No, shut up. No, I shouldn't. You shut up.
Feel bad for the
You
feel
look
bad for
bad.
the young, beautiful, white blonde lady. Please feel bad for her. The very rich, young, beautiful lady.
Who are we talking about? Me? Aquaria?
I used a lot of
No,
bad
I'm right,
adjectives
she
that I
looked
would
it
not
out.
use for you. What? Huh?
There's
I was just
you
saying
choose
she's
them
right.
all.
Lady is one
You
of them.
harlot. You're a witch. God, she's a witch. Look at her.
Okay, this has quickly gone off the rails, and by that I mean it went off the rails when we started. Is there any? Should we do a final season roundup? Season 12. What are our final thoughts?
Who was everyone's favourite overall? If they had one queen that they could have pioneered for the win from this season, who would it have been?
Jan.
Heidi.
Heidi. The person
Heidi.
I'll carry with me, Heidi.
I say Jada because I think she would push me to do better for myself. Like, she would be up my ass
Shit.
and be like, you need to work harder. And
That's true.
I think that's
By
a good
which you're
person.
admitting that you put no work in.
Well, I think everyone could put a little bit more work in.
Not me.
Certainly you could.
This is the most I can do. It's truly, I have maxed out.
There's nothing left.
Nothing left.
Alexis, come on, say something, you bitch.
I'll say Jada too, but honestly, there were so many amazing this season.
They can't
Jan,
hear you.
Like you said. Oh, am I there?
No,
No,
we
I
can-
mean the
We can hear
contestants
you.
can't hear you, so you haven't got to blow
Oh,
smoke up their
no,
ass.
I'm just saying this is the best season. This is the best season in a while. Jan, I agree with Nova. Jackie, pretty
Yeah.
much anyone with a J.
I think Jada was my favorite out of the top three. I think she was my winner out of the top three. So I was really happy to see
she
her
was.
win.
There's no way that is undeserved. People
No.
anyone who's the people can have opinions,
But we
that's
all
just
know
wrong.
how I felt about Jan. I felt like she was
Oh, shut! No one cares.
wasted on this season. Like, she has got so much potential that she, for whatever reason, we didn't get to see. So I want to see her on All Stars.
I think Jan went into the season as Miss Cracker. I think she immediately was put into a box.
Yes.
And they were like, let's just
she
sleep
was
on her.
exactly Miss Cracker.
This is not her time. Let's just enjoy her for a while and then send her home. Jada was like the best, like the drag excellence that
she was ready for
I
this.
want.
Excellence.
But
is
Heidi,
there was never anything out of place.
Heidi is someone that I will carry with me from the season. Like when I think back to season
Heidi,
12,
I think, is a star.
Heidi will always be at the forefront
You
of my
think
mind.
about Heidi.
If you think of this as like a reality TV show rather than a drag competition, Heidi was one of the biggest stars of it. I think she is a real TV personality now. I think she could definitely... She's going to be fine.
Yeah.
She's going to be absolutely fine.
Oh yeah, they gave her $10,000 and she made $9,000 last year. Like
I
that's,
know, shit.
that's a
Oh,
lot
I
of money.
love that for her. That's
We never
so...
talked about Pantene giving everybody $2,000. What was that about?
Oh yeah, or Dolly Parton.
What was that
Or
about?
Dolly fucking Parton being there.
That
Dolly
was so
Parton.
random. Imagine
That was
Dolly Parton just
crazy.
appearing. That was very
Yeah,
sweet.
but so Dolly Parton to us, to Americans, she's like our Camilla Parker Bowles. She's just
Don't you dare talk about Camilla Parker Bowles!
I'm
No one
sorry.
cares about Camilla
I'm
Parker
sorry.
Bowles!
You what? I have never been more offended.
She's dead. She's dead.
as someone who
No.
subscribed to the Royals magazine that only lasted for 12 issues. I and have every
not
single
dead.
one. I believe me, I understand her
She
impact
is.
in the world.
Is she? Is Camilla Parker Bowles is dead? Isn't she dead?
A
No,
lot of people die.
Is she married to Prince
Charles.
Charles?
Yes.
And she's alive.
Yes.
She's very
Probably.
much alive.
Diana's the one.
Diana died.
You don't know that.
Did you not hear?
That's
Oh, I know.
Girl,
I'm a bit late.
she went through a drive-through. She never got her order.
On that note,
Dixie.
No. We have to
maybe
cut
if
that.
Alexis was doing the talking on that drive-through, it would have been a lot better for them.
Who is the American equivalent of Princess Diana? Like Kim
We
Kardashian?
don't have one because we're not that classy.
You
I
what?
would
Yeah, that's
say.
true.
I feel like
we're trash.
she's
the Kardashians are the-
She's dead, but I would say Jackie Kennedy was very much a Princess Diana.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a good comparison.
Jackie Kennedy
Yeah.
or Sally Field.
What?
Sally Field,
No.
Yeah.
because she does a lot. She does a lot for people.
No. Sally Field is what was that show y'all had? How Clean Is Your House? What was the quiet one? The one that people didn't like as much.
Aggie.
Aggie.
Was that her name?
She was called Aggie, but why is that relevant?
That's Sally Field. That is the like.
What?
No, you're so stupid. Stop watching British television. You haven't got a clue what you're talking about.
Can I tell you that I watch a lot of British television and it's your fault, motherfucker? If I hadn't mentioned
It's not good. We don't watch any of it.
Listen.
We looped back to
Oh, sorry.
Hotel Inspector is
to
great.
Drag
though.
Race.
Yeah,
Drag.
Chad
I
is-
just want to say, I want to say something. This was my favorite part of the episode too. Was the memoriam for Jacqueline Wilson.
Yeah.
She was one of the TV show producers. Like, I think
Yeah.
outside of the TV show, a lot of fans don't recognize that these are human beings that go through like
Yeah.
an incredibly traumatic process. Like,
Yeah.
this show has taken like these people and given them psyche valves and like found ways to manipulate their behavior so that way they reveal a side of themselves that is just for TV consumption. And she was kind of the person that was monitoring like their behavior, their mental health, like even the scene where she was talking to Aiden Zane. I thought that was
I
very
loved
like
that.
sweet. I was like, this is a really troubled person that is going through an incredibly intimidating process, and she's there to like monitor him. So
Yeah.
I don't know how the season will carry on with like people like that make sure that these people that are entertaining everyone are taken care of. So I don't know, with losing someone that impactful, I'm curious to see.
Oh,
Is that you,
they're
Jess?
coming to get you.
That's the ambulance. To see where
What-
Drag Race is. There's a lot of
Wasn't she
protests
one of
going on.
the quote unquote story producers? So she's one of a handful. I don't think she's the only one, but she had been there the longest and she knew the job the best because she'd been there since season 2. And I think everybody went to her like she was the most experienced. She knew how it all worked. They'll still have people trying to do what she did, but I think they're going to be very, very big shoes to fill.
And Dita even, so on our Zoom call last night, Dita had mentioned she was her storyline producer. For the contestants, at least, they're not just interviews for television content, for Dita, she said it was a lot of like venting, and it was a lot like talking to your mom or talking to your therapist.
Yeah.
And I think we very easily, we callously sometimes as TV watchers write off storyline producers. We make fun of the choices that we think were made. But these contestants are going through a lot, like Chan said, and at least from Dita's point of view and from what I heard from her, it seemed like Jacqueline was a strong kind of presence and she not only helped get the storyline out, you know, which was her job, but she also kind of helped those contestants remain sane in what can only be described
I think she
as a
was
crazy process.
She was clearly a good egg, and I think she clearly had these girls' best interests at heart. But let's not get it twisted. I think a lot of story producers, even maybe some others on that show, do it for television. They do try to poke the bear. They do try to stir up shit, and that's what makes her loss so sad, because she really seemed to be a genuine person who was not here to just try and stir the pot.
And they could have so easily just slapped up in memory of, called it a day, but they did this whole segment about her, which they didn't have to do.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of letting people know who she was, which was just so touching. I thought it was a really sweet moment.
And that's exactly. This was one of the first in memoriam things I've seen from a TV show where I actually got kind of a glimpse into her life. Like, we usually, they'll either throw up a picture or they'll do a quick, like, hey everyone, she meant a lot to us, and then move on. I felt like we kind of got to know Jacqueline, and it clearly made an impact to the point that, you know, we're chatting about it now. I thought it was really beautiful to get to know her.
And I related to her because, you know, when you think of the presence of the audience in a drag show, you see a lot of women there. And I don't know, I've seen on Twitter that people, some of these gays are like, oh, women don't belong in drag shows. Like this, keep your bachelorette parties down. Like they generalize the audience. But honestly, when I go to a drag show, women are the ones that are like filming it, making sure that we're getting tipped well, that we're documented. Like Chicago
They're
Drag
the ones
Love.
who are most excited that you're there.
They're excited to see you. They love drag so much that they will genuinely like devote their hobby to it, their hobby time. So shout out to everyone out there, all the ladies out there that are supporting drag performers. Just gotta say that.
Well, it was ended on a very nice note, I think, in a podcast which I think people will look back at as being generally atrocious.
And long.
I think
it
was nice.
Very, very long, yes.
And
Very
far too
long.
Too long. But it's nice to end on a positive note on, and sort of a positive episode on what has generally been a very kind of, it's been kind of like tense to watch for several reasons, I think. Regardless of how incredibly talented and strong that cast was, it was always a bit touch and go, wasn't it, this season? You always kind of watch with a bit of like, I don't really know where this is going to go, or like, what's going to happen, kind of. It ended on a high note.
It always stayed in the back of your mind. It started with a controversy.
Yes.
I think, when these girls finally get a chance to tour together, we all need to try and support them. They need to have their moment. They didn't get their moment at DragCon this year. Like we need to make sure that they get their time in the spotlight.
They will,
because they really deserve it.
They will.
And actually, thank you for bringing that up. When the tours start, Novympia are opening for Dahlia on her UK. They're all going to be dressed as broccoli. And
excuse me,
I think the fuck not.
And it's gonna be
That's very rude.
It's gonna be a 7-minute show.
I think not.
You'll wait in line for 3 hours. All right. Well, thanks so much for collaborating, ladies. We had a blast.
Yeah, this was fun.
Thank you so much.
It's been so mediocre. I could not have wished for less.
Well, it's finally 5 o'clock here, so
Bangs
we're gonna start drinking, but y'all go to bed. It's time.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Right
We're gonna
here.
go and Zoom
Central Standard
Charmaine
Time.
now.
Exactly.
Oh my
So
God.
we're gonna go now and like totally just like drink the rest of this Chardonnay.
I'm so offended.
I hate
All
my
right,
life.
I have to leave this.
And then
I want to go home.
and then we'll just sort of we're gonna, I don't know, what else are we gonna do? Just have
Just want to get pissed. We're going to speak to Charmaine now and do a little Zoom video with her. So that's going to be interesting. I dread to think, I've not spoken to her today yet, so
Can I just say though, like, when we've done collaborations with people in the past, there's always been kind of an element of like us and them, or it's kind of like we don't really know them that well, but this has been so easy and like effortless and like fun to speak to you guys. Like, I feel like we've kind of have done this already kind of thing. So I think you've made it just very, very nice for us. So I just want to put that out there.
Dixie's not renewing her Patreon membership.
Yeah, don't you?
These two aren't
Don't
free,
you?
so.
I take it all back. I take it all back. It's been shit. It's been shit from the word go.
Please go burn that. Please burn that picture, please. And thank you so much. We have adored this.
I'm going to stick it on the fridge.
I cannot wait.
Thanks, girls.
Thank you so much.
So nice
Bye.
meeting you.
Right, you too. Bye, girls.
Hi, everyone. We've been so humbled by the love and support you've shown us since we started this channel, and now it's time we show that love and support to the Black and trans communities. IMHO has reached almost 13,000 subscribers, and if each subscriber gives and does what they can, you, our IMHO community, can make a big impact. We don't just want you to give, but we're ready to give too. We'll be donating all of the YouTube ad revenue we've earned to date, currently totaling over $1,000, thanks to you. We also commit to donate all of our ad revenue for the remainder of the year.
The organizations we'll be donating to are the Chicago Community Bond Fund and Brave Space Alliance. The Chicago Community Bond Fund pays bond for people charged with crimes in Cook County, Illinois. Through a revolving fund, this supports individuals whose communities cannot afford to pay the bond funds themselves and who have been impacted by structural violence. Brave Space Alliance is the first Black and trans-led LGBTQ center on the south side of Chicago, dedicated to creating and providing resources, programming, and services for individuals on the south and west sides of the city. They empower, embolden, and educate each other through mutual aid, knowledge sharing, and the creation of community-based services as we build towards the liberation of all oppressed peoples. If you cannot donate, you can still help. Sign petitions, volunteer, spread the message. Your most powerful tool is your voice. Don't be silent. The safety of Black and trans communities is more important.
To donate, you can give directly to our Venmo at IMHO The Show, or go to paypal.me/IMHO The Show.
We love you.
And we thank you.